As time goes on, there's one question which keeps getting asked. Where is Mario Galaxy 3? Also, what happened to the Miis? Are they here? No. Are they here? No. Where are they? Very, very deep in the settings menu. From the 10-year period between 2006 and 2016, Miis were a shining pillar of Nintendo's identity. But since the Nintendo Switch released, Miis are kind of just like Wheezy from Toy Story 2, and I'm Woody. Think about it, now that this video is released, you will never have to watch Toy Story 2 again. This is going to be a retelling of Toy Story 2. No, it's not. This is a video about Miis. Miis made their first grand appearance alongside the Nintendo Wii. When you boot up your Wii, on one side you would have an option to put in a disc and play a game, on the other you'd be able to look at photos via an SD card, and then in the middle, we had the Mii channel. And even with limited tools, you could create anyone or anything with crazy likeness. Making celebrities, video game characters, friends, and family was fun in itself, but the main reason you made the Miis was to use them in games. Wii Sports, Wii Sports Resort, Wii Play, Wii Party, Wii Stop, because we have enough examples now. But along with these dedicated games where you play as your Miis, they also just made cameos in other games. Whether it was the Mii masks in Animal Crossing Let's Go to the City, being playable in Mario Kart Wii twice, or being the playable character in games not made by Nintendo.
When does it get fun?
Miis really gave games an extra flair of personality, even if they weren't the main focus. You often just see Miis cheering you on in the background, or driving cars in Coconut Mall. With a match of motion controls with the Wii and playing as yourself, this really made a personal experience at the time, and I think is why this era is so memorable to me. I have so many fond memories of Mario Kart Wii, and I didn't even unlock Mii Outfit B. And with the Wii being one of the highest selling consoles of all time, I think it's obvious why. No, not because it was easy for casual demographics to consume, it's because you could watch a boxing match between Jack Black and Peter Griffin. Miis then continued to appear on the 3DS and Wii U era with no evidence of slowing down their momentum. The 3DS loved Mii so much, it had 2 channels for them. You got a more developed Mii Maker with more options, and then you had the Mii Plaza. Mii Plaza was the software to take advantage of the 3DS's Street Pass feature. Did you ever decide to put your 3DS on sleep mode and put it in your pocket and walk outside, and somehow bump into someone else with a 3DS in their pocket on sleep mode? Me neither, but if you did, you could use that player's Mii and their data to use within games in the Mii Plaza, or use Playcoins if you're socially inept. But what was so cool about the Mii Plaza was that this was showing Nintendo using Miis as a social platform, which then Miiverse. When it came to the Wii U, Nintendo decided to make their very own social network. And honestly, looking back at the Wii U era, I loved Miiverse. Having each game have its own individual page and forum, seeing such incredible art drawn with such limited tools, and even making some friends and meeting like-minded people was such a surreal experience to have this much communication on a Nintendo console. It was a really interesting and really fun way of connecting with the Wii U owners together. And it's good that they did that because we didn't have anyone else to talk about it with. And even though the Wii U wasn't selling that great, that didn't stop Nintendo during this era from making some amazing games, including games with Miis. For the 3DS, we had such titles as Tomodachi Life, one of the best games ever made, Pilot Wings Resort, Miitopia, and a bunch of Mii Plaza DLC, which I wish I played. The Miis had a great library of games on the 3DS, and on the Wii U, they had Nintendo Land, a Wii Party sequel, and Wii Sports Club, a subscription service to play the first 5 original Wii Sports, but not free. I don't know why. Originally, both the Wii U and the 3DS were viewed as having really poor sales. But once the 3DS got a bunch of these really good games, its biggest problem, not having enough games, was resolved and actually ended up selling really well. But once the Wii U got a bunch of really good games, the console still had a bunch of issues left unsolved. And so the whole reputation of a Wii U and everything associated with it just became an embarrassing negative stain on Nintendo. So when it came to design the Switch, Nintendo thought, Wii U sales are down. Any idea why? Miis. Late 2016, early 2017, Nintendo Switch was announced and released, and things felt different. There was no Wiimotes in sight, there was no Miis in sight. Nintendo pretty much did an entire 180 on everything with this console, and unfortunately, that seemed to include Miis. Miis were shoved in the settings for only to be used as your profile picture. And not everyone even uses them as your profile picture. I see more of these f***ing links than anything. With the Switch, Nintendo really pushed to do something different compared to the previous 2 consoles. For the Wii, we had Wii Sports. For the Wii U, we had Nintendo Land. And for the Switch, we had 1-2 Switch and ARMS. And since launch, this pattern of Nintendo not using Miis is consistently becoming the norm. Except for Mario Maker 2 and Smash Ultimate. Those actually have Miis in them. Ignore them, they don't help my argument. But if we skip past those and go straight to 2019, we'll see that Nintendo released a game known as Ring Fit Adventure, the Switch's answer to Wii Fit. The game takes you on an adventure fighting wacky enemies like a yoga mat and a muscle-obsessed demon, and it's up to you and a face on a ring named Ring to take them on. But wait a second here. this guy doesn't look anything like me. We went from playing as ourselves and having that connection to the character to muscular Minecraft people. And now in 2020, the Miis go against another uphill battle against Nintendo. Introducing Clubhouse Games 51 Worldwide. Why is this title so long? This is an incredible amalgamation that combines the worlds of Wii Play and Uno. This game is ridiculously frustrating because it oozes the DNA of the Wii era. The font, the background music, the sound effects, the games themselves. But it's missing a core, it's missing a personality, and I know for a fact that personality was the Miis. The atmosphere for bowling just doesn't feel the same without having your Miis celebrate a strike, or seeing your friends Jack Black and Mario bowling in other lanes. And you know they could have put Miis in, because instead, they use these dumb little statues. Why? This is a primary example of this game just being a less cool version of things we've had in the past. Now don't get me wrong, there is a lot of fun here. I've sunk in so many hours just into Hanafuda alone. You're one away from 3 lights.
You're just saying words to me. You said I was 1 card away from 3 lights. I don't know what the fuck that means.
But just thinking about the potential personality of this game, if it had Miis, really bums me out. Way more than I thought it would. If this game was developed by the genius minds who made Wii Party, then give me Party Phil! Sure, I understand why Nintendo don't have Miis in these games, because they're trying to get away from the Wii and the Wii U branding, and they don't want anyone thinking that the Switch is the Wii U, but the Switch has been out for 3 years now, and it's so much more successful than the Wii U. I don't think they have to worry about that anymore. But Nintendo going in a different direction doesn't just suck for Miis being in games, but it also sucks for all the cool ideas which they did do with the Wii U. Like asymmetrical multiplayer, they could easily do something like that with 2 Switches. One on the TV, one in handheld, and boom! A really expensive way of playing Mario Maker. I understand why they went back to basics and did all these things, but I don't want to look back at the Switch era and think, oh, that was more boring than it could have been. I don't know if we're going to get another Tomodachi Life because they think, oh, Miis are bad branding. But if these replacements like Ring Fit Adventure and Clubhouse Games 51 Worldwide Woe had Miis in them, would it detriment their sales? I don't think so. I think it would actually improve their sales and make them much more fun, memorable experiences. It might be that I'm just super nostalgic for this era of Nintendo, but I have so many fond memories of being with my sister and making funny Miis of our family members, or playing Tomodachi Life and having a flat filled with a bunch of different people I know and seeing them interact with each other. It really makes me sad that we kind of lost this personal charm from Nintendo games, because Miis were a celebration of Nintendo's quirkiness, and now they're no more than a glorified profile picture. And what does this all mean for the future of Miis? Will we see them swept to the side year after year until they're abolished? No. They must be brought back into the spotlight where they belong. We need a Tomodachi Life sequel. We need Animal Crossing Mii masks that are utterly terrifying. And we need a successor to the Wii franchise. Let's show Mii some love. Change your profile picture to a Mii. Play as Miis in Mario Kart. Main Beetle in Smash. Do it for Matt. Do it for Peter Griffin. Do it for Burger Face. Well, that's nice we made it to the end of the video. I don't actually have something to say. All I wanted to say is thanks for making it to the end of the video. I mean, thank you to all the patrons you see on screen. If you'd like to support the channel and have your name up there as well, you can check out my Patreon. And apart from that, thank you so much for enjoying the show. This isn't a show, this is a YouTube channel. What am I saying?